This is where beginners lose the most amount of money flipping cars. Auctions. And not because the deals are bad, but because they don't understand the real cost. I bought and sold hundreds of cars and motorbikes, and I still use auctions very much to this day. But if I had £1,000 and I was just starting out, I'd approach them very differently. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to buy cars at auctions properly, so you can make some profit, avoid the common mistakes, and not get burned as a beginner. Most people see cars at auctions, look at the price that they sell for, and think they're going to make a quick killing, but generally they're ignoring a lot of the hidden costs, which results in them overpaying, having unexpected repairs and problems, and their profit margin going to zero and sometimes below. So simply put, how auctions work: you bid, you win, you pay, you collect. That's the most simple way of looking at it. But even with this simple way of explaining it, you can see that you're now committed to purchasing this car, unlike Facebook and eBay, where you can go and view the car in person and walk away. With auctions, you still can back out, but there's generally penalties involved. You would have to pay for the admin, you'd have to pay the hammer fees to the auction site, and if you've actually taken the car home already, you probably can't take it back. So the price that you see the cars being sold for on the site is not what you actually pay. The real costs would have to include the hammer price, so you're paying the auction. You have to pay the admin to the auction site for them dealing with the paperwork. You've got buyer fees, depending on how much the car sells for. This goes up depending on the value of the car. And then you've got transport. You cannot just go and pick the car up from the auction site. You have to get a recovery truck to come and take it outside of the facilities at the bare minimum, but it's generally easier just to take it all the way back to your house. And then you've got repairs, because usually cars at auctions need some kind of repair. For all practical purposes, cheap cars don't usually stay cheap. Some of the key risks involved with buying from auction is you don't know the previous owner. So you don't know who they are, why they're getting rid of it, what problems it may or may not have. You cannot verify this generally ever. It's not really possible. I don't think you're even legally allowed to reach out to them if you do get the V5. I've never done that, so I don't think it's something which people do. You can't test drive it. So you might be able to go to the auction site and view the car, maybe if you've got a relationship with that person, if it's an individual. If it's a big company like a corporation which is selling the car, then you usually can't do that. And you can't inspect it properly. So there might be some hidden structure issues. There might be some problems with the engine, which if it's not making a noise, they don't really have to declare it to you. So these can be big problems. So almost always when you're buying from auctions, you are buying with limited information. And this is of course where your profit margins can either be really high because some people don't want to take on the risk. A lot of people don't want to take on the risk. But if you're willing to take on the risk and you've got a bit of ingenuity about you, then you can obviously scoop up those profit margins here and there. So with auctions, you need to manage your risk. At the end of the day, you're never going to be able to eliminate all the risk. Even when you go to view a car, you can't eliminate all the risk. But with auctions, you can manage it. You can view the photos properly, use AI tools to sort of investigate for you on your behalf. You look at the MOT history, you look at all of the data and all of the information that you can gather about this car through HPI reports and looking through the actual listing, because a lot of the times they will include if it's starting, if it's got keys, if it's accident damaged, if it's an insurance job or theft or something. So you have some information to go off, but you've really got to do your due diligence to understand, is this really a car that I want to put my time and effort into? And is there going to be some rewards on the other end of it? I always use my pre-checklist, which I keep inside my free school community, links are below. And I always put information into ChatGPT. I have specific protocols that I will follow, and I will not even think about bidding or buying a car unless I've done my checks and my due diligence. From my experience, the more checks you do beforehand, the less checks you're going to have to do afterwards, and then be met with nasty surprises, which will happen if you're buying from auctions from time to time. But from my experience, this doesn't happen enough to make auctions completely invalid. Like, you can still make money from them, but you definitely need to do proper due diligence. So on a personal level, if you was thinking about starting out with buying and selling cars and you was thinking to go to auctions, I would probably recommend against it unless you've got some prior experience with cars and understanding of them to some degree, or if you've got somebody that, a business partner or a friend like a dad or something like that, where you can ask them to help you, then it's plausible to do auctions. But I would probably steer you more towards Facebook and eBay and such, where you can go view the car, take your time with it, and you know, actually understand who it is that you're buying from, why they're selling. Is it a true reason? Does it feel good to you? Whereas with an auction, you are guessing a little bit, and that is fun. It's a bit more of a gamble, but you don't really want to be gambling in the beginning as much as fun as it is. You really want to have like sure, solid flips where you can get a bit of profit here, a bit of profit there. And then when you've got a bit of extra capital, then I would maybe, if you wish to, consider going into auctions. So if you want help doing this, I have a free school community at the moment where I am always in there every single day. I'm there to answer your questions, to help you through buying your first car and flipping it. I also include my free tools such as my maximum offer calculator, best, low, all that good stuff, and my free checklist for auctions and Facebook alike. So feel free to join that, the links are below. Thanks for watching.